Memorable Call Kurtis Stories of the Year.
And let's go to Mr. Kurtis Ming.
Well, you might remember this one. It all started with a wedding where the air conditioner didn't work, and it ended with a company trying to pull one over on me and getting caught on national television. Renee and Calvin Lamb of Roseville say people left their wedding reception early because the air conditioner didn't work at the Roseville Opera House. It was so hot inside that August afternoon, guests were seen fanning themselves and using bottles of ice water to stay cool. Her dad apologized to the guests.
I'm sorry for the heat. They told us they have a brand new air conditioning put in here.
As we first reported in May, Renee says the Roseville Opera House wouldn't refund any of her money.
This is my wedding reception, not a birthday party. I can't redo this next year. And they just shrugged their shoulders at me.
The Opera House told us it was right in the contract how to use the air conditioner, but the copy they faxed over to me didn't match Renee's copy. I spotted 3 signs they doctored it. In an effort to show me, they gave Renee instructions how to use the AC. When I went to the Opera House to call them out on it, they kicked me out.
Could you take the camera out?
Okay, go ahead.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin.
The case went before Judge Judy, who zeroed in on the fact there were 2 versions of the contract as she questioned the Opera House's Lori Harris.
So let me understand what you did. Miss Lamb complained to an investigative reporter for a local television station. You sent him a copy of a contract in which you inserted instructions on how to use the air conditioning. So far, is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, that's outrageous.
It was a slam dunk case for Renee and Calvin.
Ms. Harris, you did the wrong thing. And you did the wrong thing when you tried to perpetrate a fraud by submitting a contract that you knew was not the contract that she signed. Wrong thing. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,400. That's all.
How come you haven't paid your parking tickets?
Because I got hell of them.
In March, we exposed how the city of Sacramento was owed $9 million in unpaid parking tickets.
I knew it was going to catch up. I just didn't figure today.
We poured through a list of 4,000 license plates tied to people with 5 or more tickets and uncovered the city will never collect for the city's worst offenders. High-profile criminal defense attorney Charles Bloodgood racked up 108 tickets tied to his plates, but he died before paying his $3,158 in fines.
So many unpaid tickets. Are you sending the message that you can get away with it?
Well, to a certain extent, they have been.
But no more. The city announced it hired a collection agency to track down the offenders and was changing its policy to add stiffer fines for anybody who doesn't pay their tickets.
Your day's coming, because we are going to catch you.
In November, we exposed bill collector bullies harassing, using racial slurs and other traumatizing tactics.
Stanley McLeod, you need to come get your act together and make your payments on your mortgage bills playing these games.
This widow says sometimes 10 calls a day, calls like this one after her husband's heart attack she says caused stress, causing her husband's death.
Why don't you have that helicopter pick you up and bring that payment to the office?
You know that if things had been handled differently by this company, that he may still be here.
We reported that complaints about bill collectors are the top complaint into the Federal Trade Commission. A bill collector left a message on this woman's best friend's voicemail suggesting she was dead.
Erica Cartagena had used you as a personal reference and understand that there's been a death of her. If that is true, can you please give me a return phone call?
The industry trade group told us this should never happen, and now the government is exploring ways to crack down on this type of abuse.
Because I lost a husband because of it.
Well, earlier this month, the Federal Trade Commission held a hearing on bill collector bullies, and that is ongoing. The lawsuit is still ongoing as well from that woman suing the debt collector, saying wrongful death based on the harassment.
It's outrageous that you could even show that to somebody and there's an instant action taken.
Yeah, you just infuriated everybody in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dropping the N-word. And, I mean, honest to Pete.
And, you know, you speak with the debt collection industry, and they say it's only a few companies that are doing this that's giving them all a bad name. All right.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
If you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, maybe we can call the hotline Monday through Friday. The number is 916-374-1343, or better yet, you can always go to CBS13.com, click on Call Kurtis, and fill out our complaint form.